Welcome to Wednesday's What the Fuck Days with me, Jeccles. So the other week at work I had a bit of an altercation and a confrontation with one of the customers at work, and afterwards when I left he decided to get up all in my face, have a go at me and push me to the ground. Over the next couple of days, I know it might sound a bit weird to say, but I realised some of the differences between men and women because of this. Because if you're in a situation where somebody pushes you down to the ground, the logical thing to do would be to jump up, punch him square in the throat, grab him by the ears and knee him in the face, therefore closing off his windpipe, ripping off his ears, breaking his nose, fracturing his eye sockets, and you normally break there and there as well, pretty much obliterating him. See, that would be the logical thing to do. However, the sensible thing to have done, which is what I did, was realise that I was right outside of work. It was one of the punters at work who is a local and therefore knows all the locals in the bar, and therefore the best thing to have done was what I did, which was just stand up, calm the situation down and walk off. But as I did that, obviously the irrationality of women came out of the bar because they worked there, and they had a massive go at him and barred him for 2 months, which is fine by me because the little prick shouldn't have pushed me in the first place. I say little, he was a fair few inches taller than me. He was over 6 foot, built like a pile of rubble, really, which you really don't really want crashing down on you. He was quite a big bloke, and afterwards I found out that he had a metal plate in his head right here, and yeah, his forehead's at the right height to nut mine or my nose. So I'm quite glad I didn't get into a confrontation with him, because I could have seen me losing. Not badly, but definitely losing, and I don't want that. No. That's a little bit of a difference between men and women. Men use logic, women use sense. That's why women's logic is bloody useless, and men, when it comes to actually using their sense, isn't so good. You see something on the ground and you know it's got to go high up. You know, women say that it's sensible to bend your knees, go down, pick it up, move everything around that you need to do obviously beforehand so that you can grab a ladder to put it down there and put it up there. The logical thing to do is just to pick up the bloody box and put it up there, and who cares about the rest? Get it done and over with. Not like sex, which is what many people think about sex, is that it's there to be done and over with as quick as possible and just hope that you yourself get an orgasm. Me personally, when it comes to sex, I think it should last as long as the woman wants it to, and that she should have at least 4 or 5 orgasms, 1 or 2, before you actually start. Another thing that many men and women probably haven't picked up on yet is that, personally, I think women are lazy, contradictory, gossiping sociopaths. But men, they are active, don't really think too deeply about anything, and have many various interests. Why, you ask this? That's easy to answer. This is out there for everyone to see. You can tell this because when you go into your local newsagents or local market store, look at the magazine collection. For men, you will see music, skateboarding, BMXing, movies. Some of these are also out there for women as well, but primarily the men seem to buy the music, the sports magazines, the boob magazines, the newspapers, pretty much anything that has an interest to them within these articles. Women, they buy magazines that, if you put them out in the right order, say, okay, now take a break. Remember to pick me up, because we're loving it. And they're contradictory because when a bloke pulls out his magazine of Nuts or Zoo, which has cars, sports and boobs in it, women say, why are you spending your time reading all this nonsense? And if we spend it on games, they're like, oh, well, you go and do something good with your life. However, women, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Just look at these articles in the magazines. Mum made me kill daddy. Tragic bride's honeymoon deathly. I keep my heart in a bag. He raped me, then came for my girl. I couldn't protect her from depraved death. Tears of a monster. Did Gertrude torture and kill? 2 babies, no legs. Slaughter at the ceremony. I was a chopper whopper, whatever that means. Oh, this one's actually alright. The woman who saved a battered baby. And then you have a go at men for reading things that have boobs, cars and sports and the local news and the world news, politics, monies, finances, extreme sports. And then now and again, you know, you see these magazines lying around and you think to yourself, wow, some of them actually look like an interesting article. And you start reading it and I would rather read The Sun that has a mental reading age of 7 than some of these articles. They are so long and full of guff and chitter chatter that you do not need nor want to know about. And why are they psychopaths? Well, because, I mean, if you look at it, right, you look. And why are women psychopaths? Well, if you look at these magazines, we have Mum Made Me Kill Daddy, Tragic Bride's Honeymoon Death Leap, He Raped Me Then Came For My Girl. What do we see at the top of all these magazines that read out, okay, now take a break? A woman smiling in a happy, ecstatic way, saying, read this, it's great, it's fun, it's amazing, it's fantastic, life is great, because you could be in one of these magazines instead. Bit psychopathic to me. But then again, men aren't really that better, we just like to get on with things and get them done so we can sit down. Although one of the other huge differences is that when you ask a woman, what are you thinking? You generally tend to get a long answer about what exactly is running through their mind, why it's running through their mind, what happened in their day for this to be running through their mind, and then how they started their day, what they thought of their day, the things in detail that they did during that day, and what they hope will happen the next day. When a woman asks a bloke, what are you thinking of? We generally say, nothing, because we're thinking about nothing. So therefore, going from an altercation at work where I got pushed, I figured out some of the major differences between men and women. Thank you for watching Wednesday's What the Fuck Days with me, Jeccles. Let me know what you think of the difference between men and women and my thoughts on this in the comments section. Check out the rest of my channel for some more great videos. Thank you for watching. Remember to enjoy, share, like and definitely subscribe. Until next time, take care and bye. What? Seriously?